What's up, guys? Joe from the review crew again here, joined by
Mikey.
Sorry for the delay in releases a little bit, but everyone is healthy again, and we're ready to continue on our Expanse journey here.
Sorry, I got sick, friends. I'm
You don't
better
have to
now,
be.
though, honestly.
It happens. We're gonna try to get things back on track and start releasing like we had been previously. And we might be putting out an episode of new show pretty soon.
Yeah, keep an eye out. Also, you guys want to talk about, you want to go in Gen Con in this case?
Oh yeah, we're going to Gen Con.
We would. Mike and I will be going to Gen Con this coming week. We'll be there for the entire event. So I don't know anyone who watches is going, but maybe you'll see us there. We love Magic and board games and just tabletop stuff in general.
I'm not going, unfortunately, but at the same time, if you see them, make sure you guys say hi. If not, just make sure. They might be finding a copy of the Expanse there, the board game, if it's possible. Who knows how much it might be, but
of course, I'll know if our viewer base is there because someone will shout that I suck through the crowd, and it'll be a great time.
And I'll be working at one of the booths on Thursday.
Yeah.
So
make sure you guys check them out.
And a suitable greeting for Mike, if you would like, is a slap or a punch. And they'd be like, I'm a fan.
So to jump back into what happened last episode.
This is for
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
So
if you haven't seen our Rogue One reaction, you'll go watch it.
Some of our earlier content. So some of our earlier stuff is a little more rough in production and audio, but it's the beginning, so it happens.
There's some quality
comments,
reactions in there, to say the least.
I liked it. I don't know what the problem is.
Pull back to the Expanse. Season 2, Episode 2 we had last week. The UN wanted to hit Deimos base as a response, so the fleet commander stepped down.
From Phoebe.
Yes,
so the Admiral stepped down, yes.
So
Souther is his name.
So Souther and Avasaralja were...
had kind of like a backdoor meeting of sorts.
Yeah, Avasaralja.
Avasarala.
Yeah.
Okay.
You keep adding a G. I don't know where this G's going.
They had a
Miss Avocado.
They had a little conversation in the bar, and he finally got to say what he thought.
Yeah.
And we found out, through the assault on the station that they were trying to use the product molecule to do things. Like,
yes. Well, they attacked the research facility. Yeah. They caught the lead scientist, and then what happened?
So they killed him.
Who killed him?
Miller.
You remember that?
He just shot him while they were.
It's been a little bit
because he was negotiating, and
Miller was like,
absolutely not.
But they also killed all the people who researched.
They did get after they captured one guy.
Yeah. So we have one guy for intel, but we killed the lead scientist. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm pretty excited to find out, especially when Jules Pierre Meow finds out what happened to his research station.
I'm sure he's not
going to be happy, especially when finding out Dresden died.
Yes.
It might be some retaliation, but there's only one way for us to find out, and it's to keep watching. And it's only one way for you to find out what happens when we find out.
Which is the whole point of this show, which is watching our reactions.
So further ado, we appreciate you guys for watching, and make sure you keep watching.
Yeah, and thank you for sticking with us through this little
hiccup. And we're back. We're getting back in the groove. It's a little weird after a while.
Yeah, we gotta
get
warm up into it again.
We gotta warm the brains back up. So let's get back into this. We'll start this one in 3, 2, 1, and we're back into the Expanse.
Whoosh.
That's not good.
Pew 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 pew.
The Deimos station being destroyed.
They ruined our goddamn sky.
Take a load off your heavy bones.
What do you call me?
Oh, you heard me.
Not today! You hear me, soldier? I will not have you disrespecting a fellow Martian. He's got as much dust in his blood as the rest of us.
At least they treat honoraries like themselves.
Mars.
Serious animosity there.
Yeah,
some racist
tensions are
high.
It's like historical situations where when you get attacked by a country, they usually retaliate to people inside.
He wasn't a god. He was a representation of the horrific fear that comes with war.
That's ironic, then.
Can you imagine what it would be like?
Or foreshadowing.
Our moon to
They
never
lost their
see the
moon. I
night
never thought
sky
about
again.
that.
It's not the same.
One of them.
Our Navy might be older and slower, but the numbers are still on our side. We have enough ships to shoot theirs down. We could knock Mars out of our sky for good.
Did you know that Martian Marines always train at 1G Earth gravity?
They're not born on that type of
If they
gravity either.
continue to force their hand,
Well, you know what that
sooner or
means.
later-
Like,
They're ready
it
to go
means
to the
they're
land.
ready to invade.
Yeah.
Mars is Earth must come
Did
first.
say that.
And that really is how she, like,
God, so good.
she really acts like that. Earth is first. I mean, her father's, like, best friend committed suicide because she put Earth first, I think that's still settling in how she narrowly didn't die in the battle.
She has to stare at it the whole trip home.
And it's like flying back on bombers in World War II.
Mm-hmm.
The ship's pretty beat up.
What it reminds me of is a World War II bomber flying back after, bombing like Germany
Yes.
and stuff like that.
That's a great
Outer doors
comparison.
and blast shields are shot to shit. I can't get a seal.
Gonna take more than a couple of band-aids to get the Rossi back on her feet again,
The Rossi's the least of our goddamn problems.
Yeah, at least they have Fred Johnson's repair stations on there to help.
It's something you need to get off your chest there.
Stop it. Hold on.
I don't like seeing them butt heads.
No.
You know, like dad and dad fighting?
No.
When Dad's fighting, it's sad.
It's time for you to go.
I have my gun back.
I want that gun back.
Oh yeah, what's he got to do now? He killed Dresden. Jolie Mao's non-existent. Like, he doesn't have a purpose. Oh hey, look at Amos.
So I'm dipped in shit right now. Oh no. This shit is permanent. Captain doesn't want you around anymore.
Calls him Captain.
I'm glad you noticed that.
He respects him now after that mission, probably.
Just a guy who needed to go down. The captain always gets a little jumpy when you kill people without talking it over first. Sure you would have asked for permission too. Well, here's the thing.
Jesus Christ, Amos.
Oh, he's drinking?
It's his third shot.
He's taking 3 shots already?
And they're like doubles. Amos is just shot.
I also like how Miller strategically moved the bottle.
All right.
Oh, because it was full and now it's half empty. Probably got his gun back, if anything, too, I would guess.
Nobody got that.
That's worth more to him.
I really am appreciating Amos, this character, more and more.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let it go.
We fought for nothing. People died.
He can't get it off his mind.
They died. And Miller just...
He got you out of Eris alive.
He shot an unarmed man right in the head.
An unarmed mass murderer.
Who is fully prepared to keep doing it, by
Yeah.
the way.
Could have what? Worked out a deal? With a man who casually murdered countless Belters. A man who was a threat to all human life. And that is why Miller shot him.
He didn't have the right to make that decision.
But you do.
He really spoiled that mood real quick, huh? Like, let's just get room service. He's like, no, a man.
I'll make a big party for you. You're a hero, man.
Don't say that.
Belters love him.
Don't say
Everyone else hates him.
It's great because they all used to despise him.
I know, that's what, yeah. Remember I said he's gonna work his way up into becoming like a figurehead of the OPA or something?
Come. You stay with me.
Never thought Diogo would become Miller's friend. You're one of us now.
He's like, just leave me alone.
That one just missed puncturing your reactor.
I kind of like her.
Melted instantly.
Jesus Christ.
One almost jumped on me.
Wow. If that had gone through to the inner hull, your goal would have snapped in two. Most ships would have been blown to scrap after that kind of beating.
Yeah, well, not the Rossi.
Nervous?
I'm actually impressed as hell you were able to make it back here.
Oh no.
Get in there.
This should be an interesting conversation.
He's killed somebody for taking his
Bench,
knocking over.
over his little drawing. Damn, she took that hit and like didn't even get shook.
We want to know about the proto-molecule.
Then you should talk to Dr. Dresden.
He's dead.
He can't control you anymore.
What about the project?
They weren't being controlled.
Dresden is gone. You don't have to answer to him anymore.
If he were here, I'd thank him. He made me what I am today.
They're like, what's going?
Yeah,
They're like
well-
completely like.
He was trying to go like the soft
Yeah.
admiral
We
approach,
saved you, and then he's like, no.
I don't give a shit, man.
They thought they were all prisoners, and it turns out they were willingly there.
Go back 1 minute.
I think he's trying to figure out.
Why they didn't die?
Well, because the moment she said they got really lucky, he didn't seem to like that, you know?
He's watching the battle.
They're just playing wall ball.
He's simulating the battle. Yeah, they're playing wall ball. That's really what they're doing.
This is the new banger, fresh out of the arrows.
There's no music coming out of arrows.
We make it here, but it come from there.
You're telling me that those sounds are coming off the arrows?
Hottest beats maker on Tycho.
Those belters you're jamming to? They're dead or dying. Or worse.
That's why it's our anthem, Pampa. A call to war.
You're born into it, man. One side or the other. You play it out.
Always the optimist.
Clean shaven now.
You know, in those inners, they figure out what's on arrows. They kill every last one of us to get it.
Us?
Belters. Those belters.
He sees himself as one of them now.
You're gonna shave his head.
Yeah.
This man needs to go to therapy.
Target PDCs, they have fire.
Everybody has their own vices. How to cope with what happened.
The neurons in his right temporal parietal junction have been impeded.
Faulty wiring?
Well, he wasn't born this way. He was altered. Probably transcranial magnetic hyperstimulation. Part of his temporal lobe has been effectively erased.
Which part?
The part that governs empathy.
They lose their empathy so they can do whatever they want.
Go, there is no need for us to hang together.
Oh, I'm sure they'll hang us separately. You'll get a better view.
Colonel Johnson.
Good pairing there.
There are people in my government who are willing to take us to the brink of annihilation for reasons that I still cannot fathom. Anything I can use to turn the guns of Earth and Mars away from each other before it's too late. If you have any cards left in your hand, the time to play them
Chip.
is now.
From
Mars.
No, yeah, from Ramos? Oh, Ramos.
Lopez.
Lopez, I don't want to say Ramos.
You spaced a Black Sky faction leader because they put a hit out on that woman. If they learn that you're helping her, the OPA will put a hit out on you.
Treason for both of them to do what they're doing. It's like if it happens, I don't do it, right?
She's like, fuck, I am included in this.
Keep building the molecule structure.
It's a weird shape, to be honest.
It looks like bonded like elements or like atoms. We're gonna give him the Amos treatment now.
I saw Julie Mal. Have a seat. Blue barnacles jutting out of her mouth, out of her body, snaking out of her hair, growing up against the walls. Beautifully dead. Not dead.
Becoming. The barnacles? An expression of pattern matching systems. Lattices that mimic beta sheets and expand on them, but capable of control systems like brain tissues, two-stage pumps adapted from hearts, and at the very center, a particle nothing leads to, like a seed crystal that requires and provides a massive amount of energy.
Wait, don't go.
Give him some information and then leave.
Tell me! What was it doing?
But now he realized how they're gonna get him to talk. You know?
Amos.
Yeah.
Amos is the reason they're gonna get him to talk. He's like, I know all this stuff. He's like, wait, I want to know. Yeah. Oh, come on. You going to the Mormon? We're right.
Space Mormons.
He's got a mohawk now too, which I love.
He's going to
It's like a faux
the
hawk.
church
Yeah.
of Latter-day Saints and becoming a Mormon.
Well, why don't you tell me a little bit more about your journey? Big one. Nah, boo. Have you ever talked to a pedophile?
What a jump.
We try to ask them stuff, and they're not gonna just talk about raping little kids, but if you show them pictures of kids, then they'll go on and on and on. I had a private chat with Cortazar, and Eros is his pedophilia. You were talking about stopping it, taking it away.
Why would you say it like that?
I mean, that's... Amos really does know what he's doing.
The more biomass you feed it, the faster it learns, the more it changes.
So you fed it, Eros.
We can only learn by letting it learn.
I wonder if it consumes people's knowledge when they die.
And after the initial acceleration, the body will begin to spin. All
The
this
Earth would orbit.
farmland.
Wow. Is it learning to speak? Pretty cool.
Making some EDM music for sure.
Check out my SoundCloud.
Universe just...
What is it? Is it a female voice?
Are those people talking?
Counting down.
What's being born from this?
It's tension, bro.
Too many theories.
Just build.
Not enough time.
Start again. Right from the top.
What are you doing?
You can see what I'm doing. Alex, 25 people on that pod we lost. It's my job to protect them.
You saved Amos.
And we lost 25 people because I made that choice.
There's no point.
Point is, next time I'm gonna save them all. Run it again. Right from the top.
Respect it.
Yeah, you can.
Need us to be okay.
We're fine.
There's something happening on Eros. The proto-molecule's building something and we don't know what.
How?
We got one of the prisoners to cooperate. Eros isn't over yet. I don't think we can save it. But I do know we need to do something. And I know I can't do it without you.
Oh.
We'll do it together.
Yeah. Stupid smile of his. Okay, cool.
Squad bonding, squad bonding, squad bonding! They're all besties now.
Well, it's more one of those, like, know who your real enemy is.
Right.
You know?
I take it this means you know where you want to go?
Eros, I know that you know that Dresden was gonna get away with it. And I didn't kill him because he's crazy. I killed him because he was making sense.
Any idea how we can take out a whole asteroid?
Yeah. With that.
Stop. They're gonna... Stop. Stop.
Stop. No, okay.
Miller with the big ideas.
So
I don't like it.
Let's bring it to the top.
It's too much.
They killed Deimos Station.
Yeah, Earth went through with the attack, yes.
which caused Mars to have a little tension in the Mars Army, the Marines, which was then resolved by the end of the episode once they realized they have a bigger thing to worry about and not just like fighting with people who want to be with them.
Yes.
We also saw that Martian Marines, which is interesting, train in 1G, which is Earth gravity, so that they're ready to land, but they're also born in space, which means they have less bone density and whatnot, so their bodies aren't born into this, but they...
Well, I mean, they're born on Mars, so it's a fraction.
So they basically condition their bodies to fight on Earth, so that they're ready to fight on Earth.
I like seeing how each of the crew members kind of dealt with the post-battle.
Yeah. drinking.
Right.
My favorite part being
Dancing.
Amos is fine. He
Yeah.
rocks out. He didn't go dance at the club. He didn't try to get answers. He didn't. Amos is just like watching everyone else deal with it.
And Amos finally respects Holden again now.
Yes, that is a big thing. Yes, he definitely
Called him
sees him
captain.
as the captain.
Especially after the battle, because he made the choices that got him saved, probably, type of thing.
And I also really liked Alex. They're still working on Alex in that he's just doesn't want anybody to die.
Yeah.
He holds himself 100% responsible for those 25 people dying.
Yeah.
It is solely in his eyes, his fault, and no one else's.
Yes. We saw Miller also got accepted by the Belters.
Yeah, which was awesome,
because
too.
he avenged Arrow Station. So
which he
embraced.
He's like, I'm shaving my head, baby.
She's shaved the head.
So I really like that. I've really been appreciating those little things where I feel like I didn't really as much.
It's pretty cool, and
first time.
It's cool to see him also be. At first, I was like, "Why is he going to the Mormons? What's going on with the Mormons and Miller?" And it's because he was trying to figure out.
Yeah,
Arrow Station needs to be destroyed. It's on an asteroid. What can you use to destroy a giant asteroid? A giant ship. But how many people
that's like some crazy idea that he came up with. He's like, we'll just crash the colony ship into the asteroid. I'm like,
but wait, how's that going to work?
You have to remember the belt doesn't have like its own navy.
Yeah. Right.
So it's like use a rock, right?
I mean, that's true. The big thing I also think is we learned a lot about the protomolecule. It learns, it grows, it can starve.
It's making EDM music.
It's making music somehow, or sending a wave. It's counting down something. It's maybe building something or giving birth to something.
There's supposedly words in there.
There's words. Maybe it learns from what it absorbs, the power and the technology, as well as organic biomass.
I would like to point out also that the scientists, including Dresden, have no idea what it does. Yeah. Like the guys, we have no idea. Yeah. That's why we just keep doing stuff with it to see what happens.
It's an experiment.
Yes, exactly.
Big part of what I think is, something I was looking at was, how it was around the generator and it's pulling power.
The reactor.
What if it's I know people say it's not like that type of show, but what if it creates like a portal by activation with the energy? To allow another race to come through that and this was just their way of sending.
Do you have aluminum foils? I think you need
my tinfoil hat. My other is just that it's an extra. It's just an alien species because they already just said it's like a organic sort of species that that's not from Earth.
Because it's a molecule itself, literally,
And it absorbs, grows, and gets bigger, and it can starve. And I think it doesn't die when it starves. It just turns off.
Dormant.
It goes dormant with the. What were they calling the things that were inside her mouth? They had a specific word for it.
Barnacles?
Crystals?
Barnacles.
Yeah. You call it barnacles.
Call it barnacles. And it, Julie was technically alive still, which is a way to think.
Well,
that's how the science.
Yeah, the way he's describing it is she's alive, which means there's always just the way through sci-fi with tinfoil hat again is for her to potentially interact with, electronics. Because we see how it works with electronics.
Well, it's with power.
Power.
It's not just electronics.
Yeah. Well,
it's anything
power.
with a power source.
So maybe Julie's in the power now, as well as everybody's in the power now.
There's a ghost in the machine.
And what if they said the protomolecule can absorb and expend energy. So
the seed crystal.
So it could.
Yes. That's what he called.
So it could be used as maybe some creature sent this here to cause the entire universe and whatnot to become energy sources that they come and harvest eventually.
It could be anything. It could even be it could change everything for
I think you're thinking way too based in this. I think you need to think even deeper. I'm pretty sure if we're gonna go tinfoil hat theories, I'm thinking that this giant 100,000 person organic mass is gonna end up turning into an avatar of a godlike being,
like a biomass.
Added by Jolie Mao,
No.
and Miller's gonna be a holy priest.
Julie.
We're doing tinfoil hats. Let's go for gold, baby.
Arrow Station becomes a giant flying.
We
biomass.
do need to remember the next episode
Cthulhu.
4, is a big one, and it's the
Spoilers.
I thought episode 4 was the spiritual ending one. Okay, all right, okay.
I don't know if 4 is. We'll see how it ends.
I thought it was 4 too. Yeah, I think it's 4.
So that
we'll definitely.
We don't know nothing.
We have to find out for that, though. I mean, the only way for us to find out is to watch that.
Did we forget
Is there anything else to discuss?
The
before we
only
get
real
to that?
thing is Avasarala and
Yeah.
Fred Johnson
They
communicating.
talk.
Oh yeah, just treason.
They're
Just
both
nothing
treason.
serious.
It's kind of a big deal.
It's treason for both of them.
Yeah.
For totally different reasons, but yes.
Yeah, there's treason for both of them.
And they both have an aide that's like, fuck, I'm involved in this.
We'll both hang.
Yeah, we're slowly getting to meet like Fred Johnson's right-hand woman, kind of.
I'm vibing with her. She's like the perfect amount of crazy.
She's like, hey, you guys alive? Your ship should have blown up like 7 different ways.
Yeah, no, she's a straight shooter.
And I was like, how should we have survived? Is it because Amos sealed the
Yeah,
ship?
I'm wondering if that's like a red herring where it's just Alex being like, we got to save everyone, we got to live, or if it's
Alex-
actually like, why did we live?
Or-
we weren't supposed to. I
maybe
ran the
Alex-
simulation 10,000 times and we should have
Maybe
died.
in simulations, Alex isn't as something just happens, and people with real life.
We're gonna find out.
Luck is a real thing.
Yeah,
you know, like, like she said, wow, like if that had been an inch over, you would have melted instantly.
Yeah, it's true.
You know.
Let's see if there's anything. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that we missed, just in case. No, I don't think so.
I mean, we really didn't talk on
the
relationship that much.
What?
Amos,
Naomi
it was a little strained because he was so focused on figuring out what to do. And
Who, Naomi and Holden?
Yeah, because Holden was too busy, being like, well, he killed the guy, and we could have found out so much more information. But little as you know, the people, by the way, interesting how they have half their brain shut off so they don't feel empathy. It's interesting to see that, he knows almost as much as maybe Dresden. Maybe Dresden knows more, but he still knows a lot to give him.
Well, it seemed like all of the scientists were like in a mesh network.
Yes.
So that they all were kind of communicating.
They probably all knew the same stuff, and they have
Right.
the part of their brain off, so they don't care about experimenting on anything as long as it's for the greater
Right.
good of it learning more. There was another thing I wanted to bring up. Just was that their relationship was a little strained by that, but then just like how the Martians realized they have to work together no matter what differences are.
Right.
They realized that if they don't
That's
stick
a
together,
good-
they're going
yeah.
to be kind of screwed no matter what. And then Fred Johnson and
Miller
realized, hey, we need to do that too.
It's just like how Miller is just this absolute like off the handle wild card.
He is.
He's like, all right, I got a plan, Fred.
And everyone's like, yeah, all right, we'll bring Miller along for this.
There's also,
and then they're like, we can't bring Miller anymore.
Imagine, because Fred Johnson doesn't even say anything. They just look out of the window at the ship, and I just imagine him being like, man, I'm almost done with that shit.
He's like got paid for it anyway. But there was.
He didn't say yes, but he didn't say no. So we'll see.
The last thing I want to bring up, we found out.
The Mormons petition Mars and Earth. Stop fighting each other. Blow up these belters. They blow up our colony ship.
We found out the difference, especially between Mars and Earth's strengths. Mars is way high tech and faster,
but lower numbers.
Whereas Earth has lower tech, but more numbers, especially in ships. The fact that even though they're out teched, they could probably trade and eventually, make it so nobody wins.
They specifically even what's his name?
So
It's like an S.
Silac?
No, yeah, what?
I don't know.
I can't. Why is it escaping me right now?
Sadavir.
Sadavir.
Oh, that
you.
guy.
Even Sadavir mentions they could beat them like in space, but he never for a moment is like we would invade them on the ground. Ever.
Right.
He said we would blow them up from space.
Yeah.
We'll kill their ships and kill them from space. But then at the same time he realizes, as Avasarala says,
He wants war. He's like, this is the chance we could win now, or we might never have a better chance.
Plus, he could use the prisoners to experiment
Yeah,
with people.
yeah.
But also, who knows if he has that part of his brain turned off also with the hemisphere, so that he does not have empathy, and it's just all about...
He is buddy with Chairman Meow.
Yeah, and maybe Meow has the same thing too. Remember, he said, shame it's my daughter die, but whatever, greater good. Maybe they all have
I
that
mean,
same
he
procedure.
cried though.
Yeah.
He cried.
He cried. So
Maybe he cried.
He's
for
not
the
going to turn off his own empathy.
You don't know if it's for the molecule.
Yeah, no, he's the
He
evil
could've cried-
mastermind millionaire.
Well, he could have cried for the molecule and not Julie, because he lost all that.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll find out. All
right.
Well, it was a good reaction for us. I feel like that was a great episode. I can't wait to find out what happens. And I feel like with the book ending approaching, we're going to find out a big thing.
We are, definitely.
Or there's going to be war
Spoilers.
breaking out at the same time.
Spoilers.
But I think it's pretty basic. Tend to something like that with just like, a giant war breaking out or something happening with a molecule. The only way for us to find out is to just keep watching, and we
Yes, sir.
absolutely will. We do love this series, and we love the engagement we get from the community.
Yeah,
so if
we
you guys
appreciate it.
are not subscribed to us, please make sure that you subscribe to us. It helps us with making sure with engagement metrics, because we see on the analytics, if you're watching the Expanse and video and you hit like the subscribe button from the video, I know like, hey, we're watching the Expanse and we like it.
And we really appreciate
that. So that makes us want to do more content for the Expanse.
Yeah.
Which with the ending of book ending of book 1, sorry.
Yeah.
We will be doing a book discussion. As we did a season discussion, we'll do a discussion on the book as a whole versus the season as a whole.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Just say. Sure,
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll be able to have.
of the
we
book.
might be able to do maybe
via
not
video.
a full one like we did for the season, but it's also like a mid-season kind of thing.
Yeah.
So sure, we could
We could do that, and then we'll also have the season 1 reaction.
I'm so excited for the recap.
Yeah, we will
for those that are unaware, the Expanse season 1 has a
I feel like
recap,
almost everyone watching
which
is
is no, a lot of people didn't know. A lot of people commented didn't know.
Oh, okay.
It has
So-
there's a special
so
edition,
you'll get-
special feature where they did actually a recap of season 1 with cats, and as most of you know, we call Jules meow. So it's absolutely perfect because it is part of the theme of a joke we didn't know existed.
We didn't even know
Yeah,
existed.
so we have to absolutely watch it, and that'll be hopefully a video of its own if I can get it through copyright, as people have been asking, because it's not too long. Some of you have not seen it, and you'll be watching it for the first time with us, and I do appreciate that. And thank you for watching us. It's awesome, so cool to have just a community growing like this.
Yeah.
And if there's anything else you want us to watch or anything else we could do, to let us know. Otherwise, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how we're doing, anything, and just
And thank you.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
thanks for sticking with us. We're
Yeah.
gonna get back on track, like we said at the beginning, and that's about
Yeah,
it.
sorry about that break. Things happen when you get sick, but I'm back now.
Hey.
Don't you start.
Send help.
All right.
Guys,
Thanks for
take it
watching,
easy.
guys. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, and have a nice time watching our reactions.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. The ending parts are always the hardest, figuring out what to say. Sorry, guys.